Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam Stuti series. Today's shloka number in Varaha Stuti is shloka number 38 of chapter 13, canto number 3. Somasturetas savananyavasthitehe
Somasturetah savananyavastitihi
samstha vibhedastava deva dhatavah
samstha vibhedastava devaddatavaha
satrani sarvani sharira sandhihi
satrani sarvani sharira sandhihi
Tvam sarva yajna kraturishti bandhanaha.
Tvam sarva yajna kraturishti bandhanaha.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Somastu retaha.
Somasturetaha.
Your semen is the sacrifice called Soma.
Your semen is the sacrifice called Soma.
Savanani.
Savanani.
Ritualistic performances of the morning.
Ritualistic performances of the morning.
Avasthitihi.
Avasthitihi.
Different statuses of bodily growth.
Different statuses of bodily growth.
Samstha vibhedaha.
Samstha vibhedaha.
7 varieties of sacrifices.
7 varieties of sacrifices.
Tava.
Tava.
Your.
Deva.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Dhatavaha.
Dhatavaha.
Ingredients of the body such as skin and flesh.
Ingredients of the body such as skin and flesh.
Satrani.
Satrani.
Sacrifices performed over 12 days.
Sacrifices performed over 12 days.
Sarvani.
Sarvani.
All of them.
All of them.
Sharira.
Sharira.
Bodily.
Bodily.
Sandhihi.
Sandhihi.
Joints.
Joints.
Tvam.
Tvam.
Your Lordship.
Your Lordship.
Sarva.
Sarva.
All. Yajna.
Yajna.
Asoma sacrifices.
Asoma sacrifices.
Kratuhu.
Kratuhu.
Soma sacrifices.
Soma sacrifices.
Ishti.
Ishti.
The ultimate desire.
The ultimate desire.
Bandhanaha.
Bandhanaha.
Attachment.
Attachment.
Translation. O Lord.
O Lord.
Your semen is the sacrifice called Soma Yajna.
Your semen is the sacrifice called Soma Yajna.
Your growth is the ritualistic performances of the morning.
Your growth is the ritualistic performances of the morning.
Your skin and touch sensations are the 7 elements of the Agnishtoma sacrifice.
Your skin and touch sensations are the 7 elements of the Agnishtoma sacrifice.
Your bodily joints are symbols of various other sacrifices performed in 12 days.
Your bodily joints are symbols of various other sacrifices performed in 12 days.
Therefore, you are the object of all sacrifices called Soma and Asoma, and you are bound by yajnas only.
Therefore, you are the object of all sacrifices called Soma and Asoma, and you are bound by yajnas only.
Okay. So Prabhupada writes a very short purport to this particular shloka. Prabhupada writes, there are 7 kinds of routine yajnas performed by all followers of the Vedic rituals, and they are called Agnishtoma, Atyagnishtoma, Uktha, Shodashi, Vajapeya, Atiratra, and Aptoryama. Anyone performing such yajnas regularly is supposed to be situated with the Lord. But anyone who is in contact with the Supreme Lord by discharging devotional service is understood to have performed all different varieties of yajnas. So in short, Prabhupada is saying, yes, one way of worshipping the Lord is to do all of these different types of yajnas on a daily basis. because by doing this yajnas, you're in constant touch with the Lord. However, one who is simply performing devotional services is understood to have performed all different varieties of yajnas in their previous lives. So to understand this, we need to go to the Bhagavad Gita. So I'm going to go to the very last shloka in the Bhagavad Gita of chapter 8, because there Prabhupada explains this very important shloka. So many of you may have memorized this shloka. The 28th shloka of chapter 8 goes like this. Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pratishtam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadhyam. Here in this chapter, Krishna is telling Arjuna that a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, that is, Vedeshu Sarveshu Tapaschu Chaiva. From studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. That means Bhakti Yoga is the pinnacle of all other paths. All other paths have to culminate in Bhakti Yoga, because without Bhakti Yoga, we cannot enter the spiritual world. That means the person performing devotional services to Krishna gets the benefit of performing all kinds of sacrifices, all kinds of tapasya, of studying the Vedic scriptures and giving in charity, performing even karma yoga. The sum total of all benefits derived from all the other paths is automatically achieved by someone who is performing bhakti. So Krishna says, simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. So Prabhupada has written a nice purport to this 28th shloka of the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So I just want to quickly read it. This verse is the summation of the 7th and 8th chapters, which particularly deal with Krishna consciousness and devotional service. One has to study the Vedas under the guidance of the spiritual master and undergo many austerities and penances while living under his care. A brahmachari has to live in the home of the spiritual master just like a servant, and he must beg alms from door to door and bring them to the spiritual master. He takes food only under the master's order, and if the master neglects to call the student for food that day, the student fasts. These are some of the Vedic principles for observing brahmacharya. After the student studies the Vedas under the master for some time, at least from age 5 to 20, he becomes a man of perfect character. So actually, our process is to develop character first. Character development happens in Gurukul. Only then you can get married. Now, without character development, how does a man get the qualities to be a good husband and a good provider? So Prabhupada writes, study of the Vedas is not meant for the recreation of armchair speculators, but for the formation of character. After this training, the brahmachari is allowed to enter into household life and marry. When he is a householder, he has to perform many sacrifices so that he may achieve further enlightenment. As we discussed a few days back, the purpose of sacrifice itself is to please the Supreme Lord. So householder life means unending amount of performance of yajnas, sacrifices. He must also give charity according to the country, time, and candidate, discriminating among charity in goodness, in passion, and in ignorance, as described in Bhagavad Gita. Then, after retiring from household life, upon accepting the order of Vanaprastha, he undergoes severe penances, living in forests, dressing with tree bark, not shaving, etc. By carrying out the orders of Brahmacharya, householder life, Vanaprastha, and finally Sannyasa, one becomes elevated to the perfectional stage of life. So if you want to follow the traditional process, this is what you have to go through. Some are then elevated to the heavenly kingdoms, and when they become even more advanced, they are liberated in the spiritual sky, either in the impersonal Brahma Jyotir or in the Vaikuntha planets or Krishna Loka. This is the path outlined by Vedic literature. So in a very nice summary, Srila Prabhupada has explained to us what is the process of going back to the spiritual world. It begins with brahmacharya training. The beauty, and then Prabhupada has to conclude, right? The beauty of Krishna consciousness, however, is that by one stroke, by engaging in devotional service, one can surpass all the rituals of the different orders of life. The words idam viditva indicate that one should understand the instructions given by Sri Krishna in this chapter and the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. One should try to understand these chapters not by scholarship or mental speculation, but by hearing them in association with devotees. Chapters 7 through 12 are the essence of Bhagavad Gita. The first 6 and the last 6 chapters are like coverings for the middle 6 chapters, which are especially protected by the Lord. If one is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita, especially these middle 6 chapters, in the association of devotees, then his life at once becomes glorified beyond all penances, sacrifices, charities, speculations, etc. For one can achieve all the results of these activities simply by Krishna consciousness. One who has a little faith in Bhagavad Gita should learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee, because in the beginning of the 4th chapter, it is stated clearly that Bhagavad Gita can be understood only by devotees. No one else can perfectly understand the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee of Krishna, not from mental speculators. This is a sign of faith. When one searches for a devotee and fortunately gets a devotee's association, one actually begins to study and understand Bhagavad Gita. By advancement in the association of the devotee, one is placed in devotional service, and this service dispels all one's misgivings about Krishna or God, and Krishna's activities, form, pastimes, name, and other features. After these misgivings have been perfectly cleared away, one becomes fixed in one's study. Then one relishes the study of Bhagavad Gita and attains the state of feeling always Krishna conscious. In the advanced stage, one falls completely in love with Krishna. This highest perfectional stage of life enables the devotee to be transferred to Krishna's abode in the spiritual sky, Goloka Vrindavana, where the devotee becomes eternally happy. So, as we mentioned yesterday, we are so fortunate to be part of this ISKCON movement set up by Srila Prabhupada, because he has given us a very simple and sublime process by which we can be Krishna conscious all the time, 24/7. I was listening to a lecture by my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, on this particular shloka that he gave a few years ago. He was talking about how the Lord has Ananta Rupam. The Lord has unlimited forms, and every form is transcendental, even if it is not coming to us in the form of a so-called human being. So all the forms of the Lord's are transcendental. And Guru Maharaj was saying that when they did the Bhumi Puja in Mayapur, Guru Maharaj was there along with Srila Prabhupada and other senior Vaishnavas, sannyasis. They do what is called the Bhuvaraha Puja during the groundbreaking ceremony. So every time a groundbreaking ceremony happens, you have to do the Bhuvaraha Puja. Bhu here is the consort of Varahadev. And Guru Maharaj was saying that there is a picture of this, I don't know, many of you may have seen this picture of Srila Prabhupada deep inside a pit along with one more devotee. And there is a ladder that is going down into the deep pit. So Prabhupada actually placed Ananta Shesha in that deep pit. And So Guru Maharaj was explaining that Prabhupada said that this Ananta Shesha is holding up the entire Mayapur project, where the Temple of Vedic Planetarium is currently being constructed, or it should be completed in the next year. And since it's called Navadvipa Dham, there are 9 different islands. This Koladvip is dedicated to Varahadev. It is said when the Lord lifted Bhudevi from the depths of the ocean and left her to float again in her orbit, the Lord at that time put his lotus feet in Koladvip, and therefore he has touched that Bhumi Devi in Koladvip. Therefore, Koladvip is considered to be a place where Sri Varahadev left his lotus footprint. And this actually happened while he was fighting Hiranyaksh, where the Lord left his lotus foot imprints there in Koladvip. And Guru Maharaj was also explaining that every day we read the 10 offenses, and the very first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives to serve the Lord. So anybody who commits Vaishnava aparadh, it's such a serious offense. Guru Maharaj was saying, anybody who visits Koladvip can beg for forgiveness for any Vaishnava aparadh they may have committed, and it will immediately be forgiven. Otherwise, Vaishnava aparadh is such a dangerous thing to commit. So here the sages are glorifying the Lord, keeping the theme of yajna going through all these shlokas. So this Soma Rasa is considered to be an alcoholic beverage, but it is considered to be sattvic alcohol that is consumed by the devatas. The alcohol that is consumed here on the earthly planets and other planets, maybe they are all tamasic in nature. They take you down. They destroy your consciousness. They destroy your Krishna consciousness. But the Soma Rasa is considered to be also an alcoholic beverage, but it falls under the category of sattva. It is considered to be good. So the purpose of performing all of these 7 different types of sacrifices that Srila Prabhupada talks about in Purport briefly is to actually get that Soma Rasa. And when they partake of the Soma Rasa, then they also experience that transcendental bliss. But ultimately, all yajnas are meant for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. And simply chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, pleases the Lord the most.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.